Hey guys, welcome back to Think Beautiful, the channel where I discuss the debacle that is Meghan Markle and her Netflix cooking show. Oh my gosh, are we in for a treat for season 2? Because is this just going to be the Mean Girls cooking show? Oh my gosh, we got this article today. We have to talk about it. Meghan lands a special guest for new season of her Netflix show, but there will be no sign of Harry this time round, reveals Alison Boshoff. Okay, so very sad to hear that Harry won't be making a cameo. He only really made like a 2-second appearance in the last series where he looked completely spaced out, to be really honest with you. But let's read this article. Who is this special guest? The much hyped, as in much hated, launch of With Love Meghan on Netflix was quickly followed by confusion because no one could understand what the show was about. People were making her recipes and injuring themselves, over which friends exactly the Duchess was inviting over to share the love. Share the love, give me a break. And none of them are really her friends anyway, except maybe Abby and the other girl. I totally forgot her name, that heart mum. The biggest name in quotation marks in the first series was actress Mindy Kaling, but many of the others, such as Bestie, makeup artist Daniel Martin, were far from famous and far from being socially adept, comfortable with a knife. He's just an all-round, I don't know, what can you say about Daniel Martin? He has no clue. He's just lost in the kitchen, obviously. And Mindy Kaling, well, yeah, what a great friend she is, because Meghan Markle had to tell her off in front of the world. But I can reveal she's landed someone much better known for the next installment of the show. Here we go. Model, TV personality, and cookbook author Chrissy Teigen, also known for her bullying tactics, but we will get to that shortly. Oh, wow. You know, the show is floundering, just like the podcast, when this is the best you can get for the show. Wow, this season 2, we are in for a treat. The second series was actually filmed back to back with the first, yes, we know, in the spring of last year. Before Meghan had settled on a brand name, because she was flip flopping all over the place, couldn't get ARO over the line as ever, no idea what she was doing or even which products she would be selling. How ridiculous. It's due to stream on Netflix from this autumn. I'm told Chrissy is the big name in series 2. How absolutely pathetic. And they have been friends for a long time. On the downside, on the upside, it should say, there is no sign of Harry at all in this one, and nothing of the children either. Well, we never really saw the kids anyway. I don't even think we saw the backs of their heads. We've only seen them on Instagram. Again, backs of their heads, perpetually in pajamas, ranging in sizes depending on the day of the week. Lily's hair also changes 50 shades of red, again, depending on the day, how Meghan feels, what she's trying to sell, the filter she uses. An absolute joke. Probably no sign of Harry either, because he's probably wandering aimlessly around Montecito, knocking on people's doors. This guy's clueless. Prince Harry made the briefest of appearances, as I just told you, at the end of the first series at a celebration brunch, just celebrating Meghan as ever, to mark the launch of his wife's new venture. Probably happy that now she wouldn't be at home so often and he could just sit around doing nothing without feeling guilty about it. Well done, he said. You did a really great job and I love it. That sounds completely just no emotion. Before raising a glass of champagne, probably his sixth of the day, To you. Oh, for goodness sakes, get the sick bucket. Honestly, Meghan Markle needs to make an as ever sick bucket. Meghan and Chrissy have much in common. Yes, we know. Both appeared as briefcase girls. Oh, who cares? On game show Deal or No Deal in the US. Chrissy from the first season in 2005 and Meghan in 2006 and 2007. And then if you really wanted to know the briefcase numbers, they list them there. I don't know why. Why do we care what number briefcase anyone was? Is that some kind of ranking? It's a bit like how Meghan Markle was ranking her friends with the American Riviera Orchard jam. That was maybe a jam. She put numbers on there, 1 of 50, 6 of 50, and she ranked you in order of how helpful you will be for her career. In an interview in 2018, Chrissy said, I am especially a fan of Meghan. I was on Deal or No Deal with her and she was lovely. Really? Because it just said that you were in 2005, Chrissy, and Meghan was in 2006 and 2007. So I don't actually know you guys were even in the same episodes. Does anyone know if they were actually together? I don't think they knew each other. They bonded further. Oh, here we go. After Meghan wrote to Chrissy when she lost her unborn baby, Jack, at 20 weeks in September of 2020. A few months earlier, Meghan allegedly had suffered a miscarriage, something she'd reveal later that year. Yes, we've all heard about it. Okay. Crazy to bond over something like that. I mean, I don't think Meghan Markle would have reached out to her because of that. It was just a way in, clearly. Chrissy, who's married to singer John Legend, with whom she has 4 other children, said, She's been so kind to me ever since we connected. She had written to me about baby Jack and loss. No doubt Meghan Markle used one of her stationery sets with her little logo on the top, probably even signed off Her Royal Highness. That would not surprise me. We've seen her sign off with the HRH on an ice cream hamper, so which is nothing. So I'm absolutely positively sure that she would have put it on this letter. Both women also know what it's like to be at the eye of a media storm, with Meghan having been accused, I would probably say more than just accused, proved to be bullying staff, denied by friends. Well, not all her friends, and Teigen having been cancelled in 2021 after old tweets of her resurfaced, because these guys are both bullies. This is why it is going to be the Mean Girls cooking show. Who is going to be the meaner? The meaner of the two, I wonder. I wouldn't want to be with these 2 women in a kitchen with knives around or hot boiling water. Honestly, Courtney Stodden, a US TV personality, said in an interview that 10 years previously, when she became famous as the 16-year-old bride, which is just disgusting, of acting coach Doug Hutchinson, Teigen had mocked her on Twitter and sent her a private message telling her to KILL herself. I mean, this is next level bullying. Is there a word that is worse than bullying? Because this is that, whatever that word is, this is not just bullying. This is putting someone basically on the edge. That's all I'll say. Teigen later apologized. Oh, yeah, I'm so sorry. And described herself in that period as an insecure, attention seeking troll. What has changed, Chrissy? Honestly, nothing has changed. You can apologize for that, but that just doesn't cut it. And Meghan Markle should probably do the same. Meghan Markle is absolutely an insecure, attention seeking troll as well. These two are 2 peas in a pod. Now, Chrissy allegedly is a bigger name in food than Meghan. I mean, okay, she's been around longer with 3 hit cookbooks, including her 2016 New York Times bestseller, Cravings Recipes for All of the Food You Want to Eat. It must be so easy to get a New York Times bestseller these days. Meghan's already got one of those as well for some rubbish she wrote about some bench doesn't rhyme, makes no sense, goes nowhere. So they're obviously dishing out these New York Times things. She also runs a website which sells cookie mixes, like Megan's As Ever, because Megan just copied it as ever, and cake mixes plus cookware. Now, just quickly, let's just have a look. Now, I'm not a Chrissy fan, clearly. Let's just have a look at Chrissy's cake mixes. She's just rebranded, probably ready for this. Much more colorful now. But look at that. Now, compare that, compare this. Pretend you're in the supermarket, okay, and you've only got a choice of two different brands. Would you go for this? Okay, honestly, and someone's got a gun to your head, by the way, as well. Would you choose this or would you prefer this? I mean, what is this? What is that packaging? It is boring as ever. What is that? That if you would stood a few meters away, that could be soap. It could be even washing powder is more colorful and interesting than that. Honestly, a second series of With Love Megan was announced less than a week after the first aired. That's why we all know it was BS. The first series featured the Duchess's tips and tricks. That went down a treat for hosting and adding more fun and thoughtfulness to the everyday. How thoughtful is it to just whack in as much salt and throw in some oils and not give anyone the actual information so that when they go home and try and replicate it, that they injure themselves? Yeah, that's not very thoughtful. And maybe Meghan Markle should have added in some tips and tricks for first aid as well. That might have helped some people out. So there you have it. Meghan Markle is about to launch series 2 of this absolute garbage. Okay, and commiserations to Harry, who hasn't made the cut. He probably was edited out, in all honesty. He probably has just hit the cutting room floor because this guy is just all kinds of flop. Anyway, we have to talk about Chrissy because it seems to me like she thinks she can just sweep all of this bullying under the carpet, just like Meghan Markle tries to do. She just wants us to forget about it. And honestly, even though Meghan Markle is an awful, awful bully, can't stand her, she repeatedly bullies people, especially women. We have Chrissy, who, as I said, is on a whole nother level. And of course, bullied a woman as well. Because let's just remind ourselves of what happened. Because this is what Courtney Stodden said. She revealed that they, because she uses those pronouns, they nearly took their own life after Chrissy Teigen's cyberbullying. That is how bad this was. At the time, Teigen was among those publicly mocking Stodden, infamously tweeting that it was her dream, this is disgusting, for them to take a dirt nap. Now you can figure out what that means. A comment Stodden now says had a profound and dangerous impact. Of course it did. This is serious bullying. This is a police matter, honestly. She wouldn't, and this, it gets worse, she wouldn't just publicly tweet about wanting me to take a dirt nap, but would privately DM me. This is harassment as well, and tell me to KILL myself. Stodden alleged in 2021 interview with the Daily Beast things like, I can't wait for you to DIE. Wow. Like, what kind of person is Chrissy Teigen? You don't come back from this. I'm sorry. You get cancelled and you go away. Stop popping up in my feed. Stop popping up on Netflix. Of course, Meghan Markle doesn't care about this. Of course, she doesn't. These two are just one and the same. Absolute mean girls. Now it goes on. This was Chrissy's response. This is how she apologized. And I have to show you this because I just don't think she has changed at all. Not a lot of people are lucky enough to be held accountable for all their past BS in front of the entire world. I'm mortified and sad at who I used to be. She's already saying she's changed, as if. I was an insecure, attention seeking troll, she wrote in a lengthy Twitter statement. That doesn't change overnight as well, by the way. Teigen admitted that she was ashamed and completely embarrassed by her actions, but acknowledged that her personal shame was nothing compared to how Stodden must have felt. I have worked so hard to give you guys joy and be beloved, and the feeling of letting you down is nearly unbearable, truly. What is she even trying to say there? There, these were not my only mistakes, and surely won't be my last, because she'll do it again. As hard as I try, but God, I will try, she continued. I'm so sorry, Courtney. I hope you can heal now, knowing how deeply sorry I am, she wrote. And I'm so sorry I let you guys down. I will forever work on being better than I was 10 years ago, 1 year ago, 6 months ago. Now, in my opinion, this all came out and she had to apologize because she got cancelled. And by cancelled, I mean she had to step away from a business. She had just launched a business with Kris Jenner and Emma Grede. They were going out with Safely, that cleaning product. So she got booted off that. Kris Jenner was like, get away from this brand. You are going to kill it. So she had to basically cut herself off from that brand. So millions of dollars of revenue she couldn't bank. She also had her cravings line completely removed from Target. So this, in my opinion, was all just reputational. She's trying to fix her reputation. So Courtney said, and I believe this, Stodden admitted they weren't moved by Teigen's apology, feeling it was more about reputation damage control than genuine accountability. Now, she can feel however way she wants to. This was obviously directed at her. So I respect that. I am on her side with this. I completely agree. This was only because this started to affect her financials. But what I want to talk to you guys today about is the way that Chrissy Teigen has approached this With Love Megan announcement, because I believe she knows that we're all going to rip her. She knows that this thing doesn't go away and we're all going to be bringing it up. She probably knows we're all going to be calling her a mean girl. Because let me tell you what she did. The exact same day that this has been released, that Chrissy Teigen is going to be on Meghan Markle's With Love cooking show, Series 2, the same day this information came out, she has posted this on Instagram. Now, this is not a coincidence, all right? I'm going to talk you through this. She has posted this information, okay? And in my opinion, this is to avoid getting ripped, and I believe she's playing the victim. So this is in regards to her podcast. She has a podcast out. She does film it in real time. Well, not in real time, but she films it. You can actually watch it, unlike Meghan Markle, who doesn't even meet with her guests. But this was an episode that she's promoting. But look at what she does. Oh man, I've been dreading today's podcast release since the moment we shot it. And that has nothing to do with my incredible guest, Holly. Holly Whittaker changed my life, changed my perspective, and changed how I view the effing beast that is alcohol. But to have to admit to all of you, I let it back into my life. To let a lot of you down, oh, I feel it deeply. I was so proud every time one of you told me on the street that Holly and I made you want to rethink drinking, reframe drinking. I still am. The truth is, I don't know what I'm doing. I 100% know I like me better sober. I 100% know I get more done. I absolutely feel better in my body without it. And I am 100% pissed that I can't be normal and have a cocktail with my husband on vacay without it turning into 8 and feeling like SHIT. I'm tired of throwing up on a Tuesday. I don't want to feel like I need a shot to talk to a crowd. I hate that the thought of maybe having a drink can consume me for some days. So your rational mind is probably like, Okay, then stop, BITCH. And good. And God, sorry, do I effing agree? All I know is my relationship with the whole process of sobriety and messing up has changed for the better. I am deeply aware of where this can go if I let it. I guess my plan right now is to continue to be mindful with it. I can go to a concert sober and have the greatest time ever. I can avoid absinthe at the Ren Fair and be so absolutely full of joy. Photos of my kids' birthday parties, she of course involves the kids, are no longer me with bleary, sleepy, drinking eyes. And I am proud of that. But I still know my relationship with alcohol just isn't normal and never will be. Thank you for allowing me to figure it out openly in front of you. Anyhow, this is for all the people who are figuring it out and to the sober community. God, I am still so, so proud of you. Until we meet again, listen to our podcast, bloody, bloody, blah. Okay, so do you see what she's done there? On the same day that Megan is announcing Chrissy Teigen's going to be on, Chrissy Teigen comes up with this post. She has just told us that she's a recovering alcoholic. That's what that means. That's exactly what she's just told us. So, in my opinion, Chrissy is playing the victim right now. She has timed this episode. Everything with these guys is just planned. She's being completely manipulative. She's trying to make us feel sorry for her because she knows she doesn't deserve to be famous anymore. She doesn't deserve to be put on a pedestal. She certainly doesn't deserve to be on any Netflix shows. Of course, Meghan Markle's going to let her in. But there you go. That is what I think. She is completely playing the victim. I'd love to hear what you guys think about this. I just think the timing is too coincidental for this to be just luck. Oh no, no way. She is all about her reputation. Both of them. This Mean Girl cooking show, these guys can't be trusted at all. Do not ever trust either of these. They will turn on you. They are not good people. They have shown it in the past, and they both have not learned from their mistakes. So, guys, please let me know your comments. I want to know what you're thinking about Chrissy Teigen being on this Netflix show. Is it going to be the Mean Girls cooking show? Why is she wearing that hat? Neither of these girls are qualified in the kitchen. I mean, when I saw that picture of Chrissy, I was like, I have to use that. What is that about? What is going on? Can either of them tie their hair back? What do you think? How much hair is going to be in the food when it is served up? That's another question we need to know. But guys, please like and subscribe, and I will keep these videos coming. Thank you. Bye.